everybody, how you doing today? Superfiend here. Welcome back to Whacky World. It is, of course, Planet Coaster. And here's what we're going to be doing today. I really didn't get a lot of time over the last week to do a lot of like Planet Coaster Whacky World stuff. I did some Planet Coaster stuff. It's for a different little short series. Maybe you saw it. And I really didn't get like the time to come in here and fiddle with this at all. So what we're going to try to do today is like fill in these little patches here. And I made some pretty, I think, good changes over here in this area. Like, I lowered the terrain. I lowered all the rocks, especially out front here, closer to the path. It's much more, like, subdued. The rocks and everything, they were way higher before. They were like, way... Gosh darn it. I want to go up, just straight up. They were all up here, but, like, further in. And so it was just, like, too much and too in your face. I did fill in the area back here with rocks, but I decided to leave it a little bit open, just a little bit open. And then, of course, one of my favorite things to do is to get the terrain paintbrush out and mix it up a little bit. There's this little glitch right here with the terrain and the path, and it's making me go nuts. But if I delete this path, it deletes it from here all the way down to here. Like, I will not be able to get this anywhere close to where it is now, and I've already got the scenery and stuff up here. So now I have to live with this, and it's just like, it's giving me like a compulsive twitch. It's driving me nuts. But anyways, so I painted the terrain, and we used some of the jungle leaves, some dirt underneath the trees, a little bit of the rocky texture near the rocks, and I think it looks really good. You know, make sure you use your paint tools here to get your terrain looking as good as you can get. And when I started doing this, I was like, I'm not going to record it because it's just terrain painting. And it looks so damn good that I wish I had recorded it, because then anybody who's struggling with that aspect would have seen, like, you know, how I did it. But maybe what I'll do is maybe I'll just like make a specific little tutorial or something for that one day. I think maybe that would be good, because I mean, this is just like, it looks so good. So anyways, I don't want to get hung up on just admiring my own work. You know, not trying to be egotistical or anything. And as far as like the surrounding stuff goes here, I think we're pretty much done with like all the big rocks. We could always, actually, no, I take it back. Let's do something a little bit smarter. Rather than get rid of them, let's make them float in the air. A little bit of an organizational trick from your buddy Superfiend here. Can I just, like, put this... I just want to put it on the ground. It doesn't need the float, Frontier. It just, like... It could just go on the ground, and I'd be happy with it. Come on. There we go. That's better. So, someone kicked over my trash can. What a jerk. What a jerk. If I knew who it was, I'd eject you from the park. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to start selecting these pieces. All these rocks, because I think we're pretty much done with the big rocks. Oh, no, wait, darn, this isn't going to work right. No, okay, we have to delete that. We have to do it inside of here, because I have to select them all and split them off from the building all at once. Although this time it's behaving better. Okay, so we want to select this. No, am I not in the same... God darn it, this game. Okay, I am in this building. Building 179. I would like to put a post just on the ground, please. Gosh. Good grief. Okay, this rock, this rock. Sometimes, like, you set out to do something in this game, and it just ends up being, like, oddly difficult is, I guess, the best way to phrase it. Okay, so we're going to take all those pieces, right? These are, like, the biggest rocks. The biggest offenders. We might still use some of the smaller ones, and we're going to split them off from the building, and they become their own little building. And then now that they are their own little building, although I guess I forgot, with the latest update, you could actually just group scenery pieces together, can't you? So maybe I didn't need to put that little 1M guy there. But anyways, so now they're up here, they're floating, they're a new building. We also have some more over here from when I was working on this stuff. Anyway, so they're floating in the air. And the nifty thing about this, right, is like, let's say I decide I need to use these rocks again for like something I'm doing over here. I don't have to peck around in the panels anymore to find them. I could just like go, like all the way down like that, right? And in fact, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll put them back down here. Nah, forget it. Forget it. I was gonna make all the rocks and lift them all up there, but whatever. Okay, so now what I want to do. Talking about finishing off this little area. We need something to go like around the bottom here. And you know what I was thinking? I was thinking I would reuse these fairy tale pieces. So we're gonna go over here to we're gonna search for column. I think they're called fairy tale columns. I guess they're not. This is called a horizontal column. Am I just in the wrong panel? Are they part of the building stuff? I could have sworn they were over in that other thing. I guess they're over here. Where are they? Fairy tale. There we go. Fairy tale horizontal column. Now, what I want is I want the undecorated one. Isn't one of them decorated? I could have sworn one was decorated, one was not decorated. Am I crazy? I must be crazy. Anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to line the path with these. And okay, it's got the patterning on two sides. And I think I want the patterning to be not visible. Oh, darn. I'm kind of stuck with the patterning is going to have to be visible on at least one side of the column. So, okay. I guess on the inside where the bushes and stuff are going to be is where we're going to let the patterning be visible on these. And then we're just going to, like, just cruise along the bottom here. We're going to get a little bit of a rotation on this one. And then I'm thinking like half on the path, half off the path is probably good. I'm holding down the control key now to just kind of get these like going across like this. And I know it looks really bad right now. Don't worry, this is part of the process. In fact, you know what? Forget the corners. I'm not going to bother with the corners. Okay, so let's see, like about like this. And then we'll just hold control. And then I'm looking at the tops of them to make sure that they're lining up okay, that they're kind of like adjacent and touching. Oh, darn. Okay, well, here's the easy way to do this. We'll just start heading this way. They're probably not going to line up neatly, but what we can do then is just like do this. Hit X, slide the whole little group this way. Get them more or less lined up. And it's still like half in, half out. So, you know, I did a decent job. And then we're going to take this one now. And we're going to start heading up the little hill here. No, I kind of want to just get like straight up and down. Yeah, here we go. This is better. Yeah, this. No. Oh gosh, come on. This is like. Oh, now it's like in CPU terms we call it hitching, where it's like it's stopping and lagging. Good grief. It's like I couldn't move the mouse around smoothly and get them where I wanted them. Okay, we're gonna do this and just keep going up this hill here. I know this is kind of brainless. Maybe I should have done this like before I hit the record button, but you know what? I mean, sometimes you just got to show people, you know, how did you do it? And we're just gonna go right up the path here. and kind of just following it. I would prefer to just like move them freely and not do the advanced move like a single piece at a time, but sometimes you just don't get a choice. It would be really cool if there was like some sort of like select path and then like line the path with a scenery piece in a specific orientation, and then the game would just go like brrr, and like lay them all out for you just right along the path. That would be cool. You know, I wish there was a faster way to do some of this. In fact, going all the way up to here, maybe I'm thinking that we want to switch pieces to like the wood ones that we have going up this side, like right about here. And so maybe I don't want these ones going all the way up. I'm gonna leave the ones I put for now, just in case I do decide that I want to keep them. And then we're gonna come over here and we're gonna clean this little section up because that's not very good. So we're gonna have to slide it in a little bit and then go to there. And then let's see if we can, either duplicate this one, move it over, get a little bit of a rotation, and we just kind of want to like round this out just a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect, just like kind of close. Remember, the approximation, Planet Coaster is an approximation of what we want. And I'm thinking that, so if we get this one right here, we'll rotate this one. Yeah, this is going to be a nasty little bit. Darn it. Well, I suppose it doesn't have to be like smooth. Okay, and then we'll take all these again. We'll hit X and just kind of like join them there. And, you know, I mean, so like this is not perfect. If we wanted to get it closer, what I would do, and I don't know if I'm going to actually do this, is I would put another one right here and rotate it so that the edge kind of fits in there. And then you kind of got to go like this. And, you know, you could do that to kind of like close off that little bit. And maybe we'll leave that for now. And then over here, and get these ones going around the corner this way. This one's going to have to rotate quite a bit. This is just kind of how you do this type of scenery when you want to line a path with your own custom fences. It's very tedious. It's not all that exciting. And it's a good way to create a lot more work for yourself than you often want. But you're going to see in a minute that you get so much more control over the final product than if you just slap on like their own fences. Like if I were to go in here and I go to paths and I pick this path and then I say I want railing and I go bonk. Okay, that's what we get. And, you know, it's not bad. It really isn't. I wish we had, like, options for the railing so that we could, like, pick. But, watch what happens with this one, okay? Watch what we're going to get here. Now, we got to select all of these, and this part kind of sucks. I think it's easier to position them while they're still tall and above the ground. And then select them all later after the fact. The other thing I could have done is I could have sunk the first one down right when I was starting. But then I would have had to use advanced move for every single one of them. And I think that takes just a little bit longer to slide them along the path. If you're working on an elevated path, you kind of have to just use the advanced move. But if your path is flat to the ground, then positioning them all up top and then selecting them afterwards and like doing like this, I think is often a little bit better. Okay, and so what we want here is we want something like I don't know, ankle height. Maybe a little bit taller than a bench. I should have put a bench down for reference. Okay, while we still have the advanced move open, let's go find a bench somewhere. I have benches on this path, do I not? Once upon a time, didn't I put benches here? People are knocking over more trash cans. Holy crap, where are my benches? There's picnic benches in here. Okay. Let's pause it. Wow, the seats are really low, like at their calves. That seems really low. I'm gonna have to go down and check at my my kitchen table and see if the seats are like all the way down at my calves. Seems really low. So if we want this to be about as high as a bench, like about here, it is where it would be. So I'm gonna go just a little bit higher than that. Okay, just a tiny bit higher. We'll let the simulation run some more. And then now I'm gonna do my little bit where I kind of did on the playground build. Is I'm just gonna start randomly deselecting some because I want to vary the heights of these just a tiny bit. Okay, so these ones are all gonna go down like just a little bit more, and then I'm gonna deselect some more randomly. Okay, and really kind of focusing on where I have like two right next to each other. And I'm going to go up slightly. Okay. And then anywhere where I have two right next to each other. Okay, let's maybe drop these two down a little bit. They can maybe go a little bit lower, a little bit more extreme. Right here with this one, since we have 1, 2, 3, we might as well just kind of like get out of the way, people. I'm trying to see what I'm doing here. Okay, so we got 1, 2, and 3. We could go for like a little like a little step thing there. Okay, and then so you end up with that, right? And I think that looks pretty good. I would have preferred if they were all plain and I couldn't like see this patterning inside, but there's really no way to do it. If I really cared, okay, like if I really cared, what I would do is I would duplicate, I would rotate 180, and then I would do like this, and then I would like lower it down just ever so slightly, and then they become like plain bricks. And that's really kind of the look I want. I could have sworn there was a plain fairy tale. I could have sworn a long time ago, like when I was originally using these to make columns and stuff for like all this scenery, I could have sworn that there were plain ones, but I guess I was just imagining it. Oh, and these ones, they look terrible if they're like that. I'm gonna leave them for now. No, I'm not. They look hideous. And I do think that the wood going up this path is gonna look better. Okay. Oh, and then of course, let's get rid of the railing on the path. That was just for demonstration purposes. So now this looks pretty good. And I'm really thinking, oh man, do I really want to do this? It doubles the scenery count. Doubles the damn scenery count. I don't really want to double the damn scenery count. But it's like, it's so much more what I'm envisioning in my head. Darn you, Planet Coaster. Darn you to hell. Okay, so anyways, let's put some bushes and stuff in here. I was looking over here at the path before I started recording. This ash tree. Watch this. This is great. Okay, we're going to get it nice and flat. Hit X. And then we're going to sink it like way down. And we get these wonderful little bushes out of the treetops here. And then, so let's just kind of like, let's rotate it. Oh, that was too much. Maybe just like that. And then we can get this nice little axes here. And I kind of want to bring it like right up over here alongside this path. But maybe then turn it that way. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, and then look, like they get this nice little movement out of them, you know, because it's like they're a treetop and they're in the wind. But I think it looks really good. And then let's take one more and bring it over here, and we could even sink it down a little bit further. You just got to be careful because it's starting to poke out of the terrain over here. That actually kind of looks good. If we give it a little bit of a rotation this way, and then we use the world axes and lift it up, we might be able to get it to come out here and here, but still not poke out through the floor. Well, it is poking out just a little bit. Nah, it's not going to let us. Okay, but so we could do that. And then I think that's good for the ash tree. Let's grab some more of our wonderful jungle foliage. Not the ash tree. Let's get some scaevola. Let's put some scaevola back in here on the rocks. Just get a little bit of growth in here. I think I want one of the beech bushes over on that side. And we just get like a little bit of growth right there on the rocks, and then like maybe a little bit back in here somehow. Make sure it's not poking through my my floorboards. And then right up in here, these rocks are pretty much flat, so if we just get like a nice little about like that. And then, let's see. You just got to play around with it a little bit and see if you can get, like, a nice angle that looks good. You know, like, you don't want it poking through the center of the rock like it was kind of doing. If it does a little bit, it's okay. Okay, now this one looks like it's kind of growing from here and then resting on the rocks. So, I mean, that's pretty good positioning. And then now we come over to here. Kind of just sink it in this way. And again, this makes it look like it's kind of growing at the base of the rock, and then just kind of like the leaves and the branches and stuff are kind of resting on the rock, right? And so that looks pretty good. And then I want to get a little bit of color in here. So for that, I like to use the red floral bush. It's a really big bush. And we want it to kind of provide a little bit of color, but not too much. Maybe like one over here. I'm going to duplicate it, lift it up. And then I don't like this little bit poking out right there, so we're just going to rotate it a little bit. Now it's poking through the floor here, so if we spin it this way, and then there we go. We managed to get it so it's not up in there and not poking out over here. It just takes some trial and error. I mean, it's not like I know every aspect of this bush. It's like every time I go to do it, it's almost like I've never done it before. You know, like I don't know exactly which way I'm going to have to rotate and do stuff to get it looking nice. But like it's poking up here, so I'm just going to try to tilt it this way, but that brings it a little bit taller over here. But if we just keep going, you know, sometimes if you just go really extreme, at this point, the bush underneath is like kind of really wonky and sideways. You wouldn't just put it flat on the ground like this probably. But when you bury it in the rocks, it seems to work okay. Okay, and it's poking through the floor just a tiny bit over here. There we go. Yeah, oh yeah, look at that. That's good. So then we got it growing here, and then it looks like two bushes. Okay, it looks like one little bush here, and then a smaller red bush over here on this side. And so, I think that really fills in this little area here real nice. Although these ones, in contrast to the other ones, they are moving a little bit too much. It kind of looks like they're alive. That's kind of funky. But anyways, I mean that looks good. Like this little corner right here, I think like this looks really really good. And then if I still cared about covering these up, what I would do now is I would only do it selectively with the ones that are still visible, and that would help cut down the scenery count like a little itty bitty tiny bit. And let's see what it looks like if we put just a couple benches down. Those are scenery and then path extras. I always forget. And we're going to go probably with the adventure pack ones, the adventure benches. It's going to be a little bit sunken into the to the scenery. I know this is not new. I know this can't possibly be new, but I don't think I've ever seen this bench before. Like it looks brand new to me. Ooh, there's a vintage. Oh, ooh. I like this for this area. There's another vintage bench. Oh, please. Oh, there's another one. No, this would be good for a restaurant, especially if you could put little seat cushions on it. If we had little seat cushion pieces. Village Heart. I kind of like this back here. Doesn't really match the picnic tables. Are there vintage picnic tables? Because if I use this is it. This is the only one. Oh, it's a vintage picnic canopy. Oh, I kind of like the shape of that for this. Kind of do. So they didn't make any vintage picnic tables, huh? That's strange. They did the benches. It's so weird how they did that. Like some of them, it's like sometimes they'll do the benches, but then not the tables, and sometimes they do the tables, but not the benches. They did it with one of the other packs. I can't remember which one. Anyways. We've totally derailed at this point. Oh my god, this is such a tough choice. I think I'm going to go with this metal. The one that's got the metal legs and the metal back. And we're just going to do like one there. One here. People are already sitting in them. It's perfect. And then one right there. And then we could do like one more starting to head up the hill. Yes. Oh, I like that. And then so you could sit here and you could look at the wonderful little statue guy and like see the ride over here. You get like a cool little viewpoint. Right here, you can look at this hideous structure. And there isn't one on this side. But that looks, I think... Oops. Let's save it. Whacky World. That, I think, looks really good. And then I need to have some sort of lighting. Haven't figured out the lighting for these this stuff yet. We did this lighting last episode, like these little bits. Let's look at the park with the lights off. Shoop. And it looks really good, like back over here and over here, but I do need to have some sort of lighting option in here, and I'm not quite sure what to do yet. Not quite sure what to do yet. Anyways, moving along. Where are we at? We're at 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Let's get rid of this. Or let's move them rather over here. Okay, good. And then let's take one of these and we'll just duplicate it. Okay, and then we're gonna go boop, boop. This is not gonna be very complicated. It'll be about the simplest thing we could think of doing right now. And then we'll just vary the heights a little bit here. And then over here, we give this one like a slight turn. That was too much. Yeah, except now I can't use control to place, and now I have to advance move each individual piece. Yeah, good. There we go. And then we'll select each of these. I wish I could like change the height of this blue grid, because it's really annoying in my face like this. It makes it hard to see like what my scenery actually looks like. It's really kind of annoying. Oh crap, you need to be turned around. You're facing the wrong way, bud. Okay, that works. And so again, those just look like little stones or something that we've lined the path with. And I'm cool with the like little decoration being in on this side. I just don't want it to be like all along here. I think that would be too much. It'd be a little overpowering. And then we're gonna do it over here too, of course. Don't mess with a successful formula. Oh, real quick, these ones. Yeah, okay, we can't see any of the patterns on this one. They don't curve like the other one did. Okay, so we want to just go like straight, control. Control, holding control. This is the easy way. And we're just going to go straight across. And do we want to do it over here? Okay, this is stupid. It's much smarter to do this. Duplicate. Yes, this is much smarter. Duplicate. This is pretty much like a straight shot. So I don't think I want to go all the way down though. Maybe like about to where this rock is. Okay, that group was like totally off. So was that group for that matter. Okay, let's do this again. It's not a straight shot. I was wrong. It has a slight curve to it. Okay, and then we'll just make sure that the path is like about in the halfway mark. About in the halfway mark. Okay, we can go like this way just a little bit. Ah, really tedious. And we have to fix this right there because now they don't line up. Great. And these ones kind of don't line up either. And we'll do like one more. And then this one is fairly straight, so that's okay. Ah, darn it. I think it'd be better to select all of them and hit X and just kind of like rotate them as a group. And then kind of do this. Now, when they're tall like this, it's like, it's very obvious that it's, you know, kind of screwed up. No. Okay, good. And then we can drop these ones down like the others. Go about down to here, about half as tall as the trash can. Let's select the trash can and put it over here too. Since the other ones are about half as tall as a trash can, these ones will be about half as tall as a trash can. The trash can becomes our measuring stick. Our point of reference. We're not aiming for perfection, but we do want things to be like a little bit close, if we can swing it. Okay, and then just like before, a little bit up. A little bit down. I think this one is too low, so we'll go up again. This one's a little too low, so we'll go up again. And this one could be a little bit closer to his neighbors, so that's good. And then just select a handful of these. Really kind of brainless, but worth doing. I think the end result is, you know, things start to look really good. So we'll go up with these ones. And then we'll select the, no, not you, that one. And we'll get that one, and get that one. This one here, and how about you? And then we'll just... Now these ones, I think, like a little bit higher. Oh, except for this. Oh, darn it. There's that pattern is poking through again. Okay, it's only on a few of them, so... Oh, crud. All right. Okay. Okay, and then on the rest of them, oh, poop. There we go. Okay, on the rest of them, it's driving me crazy. Yeah. Okay, you know what? We're just going to make them a little bit closer in height. You would think it could put the little arrows that I have to use to control this, like, a little bit closer to the scenery piece. It's like trying to hide it off the screen. And it's kind of annoying. Like why does it put it way down here? Put it where I can see it. You know, it'd be kind of nice when you hit X, if it, like, put it where your mouse cursor is next to the piece. I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking. Okay. Right, that looks better. That's looking better. This is all looking better. Okay, and we're getting pretty long in the tooth here, I think, for the basic stuff that we're doing. And so what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna end this one here. And when we come back in the next one, what I'll have probably done is I'll take in wood beams like this, and I'll have I'm gonna try to line up here and here. Maybe I'll do a little bit of the foliage and nature stuff like in here, and then I'll have the beams lined up like kind of along this stuff here as well. I don't really like this, how it does this, but like I don't know what to do about it, and I really don't like this right here. But we're gonna have those beams coming up this way, but the problem is the guest could step across this. Like let's see what they're gonna do. Well, they didn't do it, but guests can step straight across here. So if I were to try to put beams going through here, it's not going to look very good. I could do like wood, like just a flat wood piece, so that just to close the gap off. But even then, I kind of don't think I'm going to like how that looks. The other option would be to try to like put something over the path here, like about down to here. Maybe I could get away with that, but I don't think that's going to work very well either. So it's really like this is just a little bit goofy, and I don't really know what to do about it. But you know, it kind of is what it is. And so when we come back in the next one, I'm going to have some of the wood planks and stuff in a few of these areas, and then I'll have filled in these things, and we'll mess with the wood planks a little bit. And then I think I want to turn my attention over here and do a little bit of work on this hideous whatever it is. It's terrible. It's terrible. So that's it for this one. Let me know if you enjoyed it. And check out that other Planet Coaster video I made. It's called something, What's Missing in Planet Coaster, something like that. Short little series I want to make to see if we can get Frontier to like add a new feature or a couple features to the game. So we'll see you next time. You have a good afternoon. Thanks for watching, and take care.